Chef Eiselstein at the Gunn's Hill Artisan Cheese. We're near Woodstock, right?
Yeah, just south of Woodstock. My parents have a dairy farm here, so we get all the milk that we do for our cheeses from my parents' farm, which is just across the field from here. Probably 90 to 95% of what we make is for us, our cheese,
Right.
and the other 5 to 10% is for other people. So our most popular cheese is called Five Brothers, based on a Swiss cheese called Appenzeller and a Gouda. It's about 5 months old when we sell it. So Five Brothers comes plain or it comes smoked as well. The second category we call Oxford's Harvest. So Oxford Harvest is a bit younger, it's about 3 to 4 months old. And that particular cheese we do in a number of different flavors. So one with garlic and chives, we do one with cumin, one we marinate in red wine, it's called Tipsy. And then our newest version, which is coming out in a couple of weeks, is called Chip Off the Old Bock. So it's marinated in a Bock beer. So that's two of the types. The third main category is our Hendek, which is a traditional mountain style cheese. So it's a very firm cheese, about a year old right now. Basically modeled after a Swiss mountain style cheese. Then the fourth one is our brie. We just call it Bridget's Brie. It's a traditional style brie, which is quite soft, gets really creamy, but doesn't last quite as long as your typical brie, but just got a lot of flavor to it. And then finally, we make fresh cheese curds. That's something that we do every Friday. So a lot of people around here know that Friday after 1 o'clock, you can come out to the cheese factory and get your fresh cheese curds. So the Five Brothers, like I mentioned, is about 5 months old when we sell it. The Oxford Harvest, most of those varieties are about 3 to 4 months old. The Hendek is about a year old, and then the Bries are typically about 6 weeks old.
So
And cheese curds, the day you make them is the best day to get them. Beyond a year and a half, like we've tried it like at 2.5 years old, and it's just, it doesn't, it's not as good anymore. So we sell our cheeses across Ontario basically. So we sell a lot of it just right here at the cheese plant, and then we sell to a bunch of local restaurant stores and whatnot. And then we have a few distributors that bring our cheeses to all different places in Ontario.
And the distribution is limited by what?
So we're inspected, provincially inspected, so the Ontario Ministry of Agriculture and Food inspects our plants. And so because it's provincially inspected, we can only sell in the province. If we want to sell beyond Ontario, then we have to be federally registered. So the Canada Food Inspection Agency has to come in and do the inspections. And then you can sell across the country or even export it if you'd like. For us right now, we just don't have a need to sell beyond Ontario because we're selling everything that we're making right now. Maybe someday in the future we'll get federal, but we're not quite there yet. Eventually we hope to get to the point where we're using all of the milk that my parents produce. And then at that point in time we'll kind of have to make a decision what we want to do. But ultimately my goal would be to stay artisan, to stay handmade, handcrafted, and so I don't see myself, I don't want to become an Agropur or Saputo, something huge. I just want to keep it manageable and then eventually enjoy it instead of just continuing to work like crazy.